Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Myself is Somava Aich from Trimble. I will be doing a part of the presentation which is into alignment planning solutions which we have in Trimble for both road and rail network. Now, as in a civil construction, like a road network, it starts from the long-range planning or feasibility where this system comes into being. So this is a unique system where it is in an automated way. You can do the alignment planning with optimization in both vertical and horizontal. Initially, it can be done for a corridor, and then you can do for the specified routes. It helps in reduction of project planning time. It helps in also reduction of capital construction and operating costs, because each of the alignments which it creates also has a cost input into that, and so it gives you a rough estimated cost outcome of that. It takes into consideration the design inputs, the engineering design inputs, the environmental inputs, because it works on a geospatial environment, a GIS environment. So it has the terrain and the geological and the hydrological data. And it can also have the cadastral map as a GIS layer on that. So the acquisition costs can be also calculated on this phenomenon. So it has all the inputs which it simultaneously takes into account. So it is suited for all types of road project, definitely better for an expressway or a greenfield project, but it can also help you in realignments or 2-lane to 4-lane or 4-lane to 6-lane, because it helps in the vertical optimization in that phase. Also, it is sometimes used for the bypass road networks, so it helps you give even reactions to environmental consultations and other processes which I will come into a little later. It works as per the industry design standards, because all the inputs engineering inputs are given by the user or the planner to get those inputs out. And as I told you, the land values can also calculated out as a personal information. Coming into it can be used, help in much reduction of the capital and operating expense cost. And in our case studies in the different parts of the world which we have done, we have seen that in a road network, if we go from a corridor to a detailed route alignment study, it can help in the reduction of a construction cost in the tune of 15 to 22%. It also gives you alignment with the lowest total cost of ownership in terms of acquisition, in terms of environmental impacts, and it also helps in accelerating the return on investment part. So in the operating expense part, though it doesn't give it directly, but you can also do the different variations in the design grades, the vertical and horizontal radius, to get more geometric sensitivity analysis on that. So this was I was going through in the different project types. It can help you in progressive savings. It can also help you during the consultation phases with the stakeholders or the other landowners also in terms of planning stages, that it can display the different impacts what the alignment is going to have on the different areas. So it takes care of all the feasible alternatives out there. So basically when you have say an alignment has been created, and after when you go into the survey part, you see a small archaeological site, or maybe in India, a small temple or a mosque is coming into the being. At that point of time, it can done a re-optimization, and it can avoid that zone as a no-go zone. In a very short instant of time, the return, maybe for a 50-kilometer alignment, the time return to give an alignment with the best option, maybe it will be hardly 20 to 30 seconds, not more than that. It can also help you in different consultation processes, where after the alignments are created, you have a cropland or a no-go zone which has been defined at a certain interval of time. So you can do the re-optimization on the software solutions, and the planners can have other alignment. And as these alignments get changed, it is also automatically the cost inputs and the total construction cost and everything details are also being changed automatically on the fly. And in the recent version of the solution, you can have a 3D view of the whole alignment with the traffic modeling input as a detail into that also. This is a transportation corridor case study which we did in the US, in Florida. There was an environmental sensitive and a social sensitive area passing through a lot of wetlands out there, where the software was introduced in a little later stage, not in the long range planning stage, but more in the feasibility stage. So what we did when the analysis was done, you can see the different impacts which it had in terms of vegetation reductions, or reduction of residential displacements, and cutting the project planning time by a huge margin. If you see the initial impact that it was going through a wetland